Welcome everybody to Sharp Bets Fantasy Sets. The final week of the year. Just showed them before rocking the Montreal Expos throwback. A little treat for you guys on the last week of the season with the hat. Last week to grab the merch. It'll be up there. Tim's got a shirt probably from 3 years ago, which is like amazing. It's hanging on. Maybe the neck is gone and the neck brace is covering his skin right now. But all right, man. Week 18. This is it. So a quick round table. We'll start with Tim, actually. It looks like he's faking the neck injury as he just took his brace off. Tim, the Jets. Another just debacle. Good couple drives negated by interceptions. And when you think it's going to go well, it just doesn't go well.
Thank God the season is over. That's all I could say. Just chalk it up to bad luck, being the Jets. Thank goodness it's over.
Now, Tim, I had this conundrum a couple weeks ago, and I have to ask you. Because I said that I don't care about the draft pick at this point because I know where the Cowboys kind of are. But I want to knock my team out. Now, obviously, the Cowboys, it doesn't mean anything because Washington won. Would it be the Sunday made for you if you knock the Dolphins out of the playoffs? Do you want that win to knock the Dolphins out of playoffs? If at 5:30 the Broncos are losing and you know your win knocks the Dolphins out, do you take that win?
I think the players really want to win. So I imagine that they're going to play as if it's their playoff game just to take out a division foe. Especially because I don't think anybody in NFL likes Mike McDaniels. I don't think anybody I think the Jets internally want to see the Dolphins not make the playoffs.
I like how you didn't answer. What about you? Do you want to see the win over the draft pick? Like, would you give?
No, I'd rather the draft pick, but that's it's easy for me to say sitting on the sideline.
You don't hate the Dolphins like that. You don't have like a vitriol hatred.
No.
What if it was the Giants to keep them out of the playoffs?
That would be even better. I'd want them to win more, just so I don't have to deal with their stupid fans at the bar.
Okay, got you. All right, so Jets season utter mess, which shocks us all, I think. Mike, your Bills, it wasn't even a game, and shout out to Mitch Trubisky. All right, throwing a nice touchdown pass.
Yeah, I think we got a quarterback competition coming up. Yeah. I don't know if Josh Allen will be the starter anymore, the way Mitchell Trubisky threw that slant pass to Savers for, 50-yard touchdown to make it 40-0. Yeah, it was a joke. I mean, I honestly went to go play ball at halftime at Lincoln because I just knew it was going to be like that, and I never leave a Bills game, but that was like the first time I ever did. But yeah, it was bad. I mean, I feel bad for Jets fans, and obviously the locker room just seems like a mess. I mean, Garrett Wilson pretty much doesn't want to stay there if Rodgers is there, and then Rodgers looks like he's not going to come back, and they're going to hire a new coach. Supposedly they interviewed Ron Rivera already, which is pretty embarrassing.
Yeah,
that they're going that route. But anyway, about the Bills, I mean, we're the best team in football right now. We're playing like the best team in football.
I have to say, though, back to your point about the coach, how weird is it, Tim, once again, Jets fashion, if they're going to get a new GM, why are they interviewing the coach?
I have no idea. I think there's something to say about having an established coach and then hiring a GM that kind of fill in, how the coach coaches. So then you try to pair that up with a GM that is going to draft to his strengths. I don't know if I would.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't think I would personally do it. But I think, especially for Mike Vrabel, I think a team's going to hire him prior to hiring a GM if they're going to go that route.
I know the answer to that question. They're not going to hire a GM because Woody Johnson's going to make his son the GM, like he's doing right now.
Well, that's a good theory.
Sir, your Niners put up a fight, man. It's just, not enough firepower. What do you like watching these games? It's been a while, since you've been bad, I guess you could say.
No, you know what? It is what it is. Like, I was watching this game with some people, and I was like, I mean, would the win been nice? Yeah, sure. But, kind of, it feels weird to say, but it helps the draft pick. I haven't had to worry about a draft pick in a while, so.
Yeah. And don't count the Niners out if they want to jump from 9 to 2 for a quarterback. You've done it before. Have done it before. Cowboys. The only thing that kind of bothers me is Rico Dowdle. Congrats on his 1,000-yard season, but now I feel like they're more content and won't draft a running back and just fall into the same trap as last year. Their offensive line actually did get better throughout the year, so We'll see. Next year, they'll probably end up with a 10 to 13 pick. I really don't care about watching the game this week. I kind of hope they win. Maybe I'll put in a same game parlay and just hope to hit something. But if we could beat Washington and send them to Philly, I'd be okay with that rather than them to go to LA and probably beat. I think they have a better chance versus the Rams than Philly.
Scott, hold on. You don't think Rico Dowdle's better than serviceable running back? I mean,
I do.
He had to split carries with bum ass Zeke.
I do.
The whole year.
I do.
And then they gave him the full load, and all of a sudden he's running for 3 straight 100-yard games. It's like,
I still think they should draft a running back though.
Really?
I mean, look,
in the 5th round, just in the 5th round, just
okay.
That's what. Why don't you think they're going to use a 5th round draft pick on a running back?
Because they haven't in like 3 years, and it's been annoying. Like there's been guys there, and they've just been like, "Oh, we're good. Oh, we're good."
Dowdle, what was a 7th round draft?
Now you undrafted.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like I said, I do trust Dallas drafting, and I trust them with some decisions they make. But the running back thing has been a real weird one since Zeke, like the Zeke contract. It's been fumbled in my opinion. Nas, your Patriots, is what it is at this point. It looks like you're gonna get the number 1 pick, and it looks like you're gonna have a lot of leverage if you get the number 1 pick because you can make a few phone calls and get maybe a boatload just to drop back to 2 or 3 and take Travis Hunter anyway.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that. Like I've seen the Giants are probably what is that? 5 or 4 or something like that from
yeah.
I've seen like a lot of teams trading with us. We getting like a load of picks. So
now would you trade? Be like fair too, and don't be like a homer here.
You're talking about trade Drake May and draft Shador?
Yeah, would you do that? Or would you just not even risk that?
I'm in the middle. I wouldn't mind. Like, I wouldn't be mad at it, but, and then, like, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. First topic, Saquon Barkley right now is not playing, which kind of sucks, in my opinion, for the fans just watching the game, because I like to see records broken, regardless if it's against the team I despise. Mike, I'll start with you. Would you start Saquon, maybe give him a half to get the record and bench him? No, you wouldn't.
No, I mean, look, it's not like you see how many injuries happen in the NFL this year. It's like I've never seen this many injuries in the NFL. Like you don't want to have this guy get injured, and he has an injury. He has a past history of being injured. You don't want this guy to get injured just to get a record, and now you don't have him for the playoffs. I mean, that's what you play football for, and you don't play football for a record. You play football to win Super Bowl. So it is cool that he's that really close to 2,000, and he probably should have got to it if Jalen Hurts wasn't a running quarterback. But I don't think he should play now.
Fair. I would probably give him a half personally, and he would actually do it in less carries, even though it's more games than Dickerson did. But I would give him a half to do it, but I understand why you wouldn't. I mean, like, anything could happen. Nas, what about you?
I think he should have played, like you said, either half, a quarter, something. I feel like he said in like the little presser he had, he's like, my family wants it more than I do, and it's like records are made to be broken. Like his name will go in the history books. I feel like they should just let him play. Like, all right, everybody in the NFL, like nobody is 100% healthy. Like you play 17 games, you're going to get banged up. So you got treatment, you got all type of things. I think he should play a half, get the record, and get him out.
How many yards does he need?
101.
Oh, 101.
101. But Nas, if he tears his ACL,
yeah, but
you're an Eagle fan, are you okay with him going for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's like the worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's true. It can't happen, sir. What you got?
No, I wouldn't do it, man. Sit on down and rest up for the bigger picture. Because first of all, like you might have like the most yards, but like you said, you had one extra game to do it. So like I don't know. I think
carries,
less carries, but more games too. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't do it.
They'll beat the 7 seed with or without him. If we're being honest.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and plus another thing,
7 seed might be the Redskins, and the Redskins just beat them. So I wouldn't say that.
At Philly.
Another thing, also, if you let rest your starters, let the Giants win, and then their draft pick drops down. If you beat them, then they might get the number 1 pick, and then you have to deal with them having a high, maybe a Shador or something. So let the Giants win, let their pick drop a little bit, and Now deal with that for the next 15 years.
Yeah. In a perfect world, Saquon gets the record and the Giants win. But if he gets the record, the Giants probably don't win. So I get what you're saying. Tim, what do you got?
I'll keep it short and sweet. There's 0% chance that he was going to play. He already got taken out of the game against the Giants the first time because they were up so much, and then they let other people run to end the game. If he stays in that game, he might have got an extra 100 yards. So we wouldn't be in this situation. They'd be sitting him anyway. Once he got pulled out of that first game, and there was even thought of this being a scenario, I had a feeling he wasn't going to play. And yeah, being that I have Eagles friends and family, I think they're very happy that he's not playing. You don't want to get somebody hurt in a meaningless game. I don't care. Yeah, Sir's talking about draft picks and whatnot. It's just even more of a reason to sit him down.
Yeah, I tend to lean that way after hearing your guys' arguments, especially Mike with the Jalen Hurts thing, because if anything's proven this year is that Jalen Hurts has been a pretty pedestrian quarterback. And if Barkley gets injured, I'm not sure Hurts has what it takes to lead the team back to the Super Bowl. I don't know. Something's off with him. He just hasn't looked too good. Maybe because he knows he has the safety blanket.
I was going to say, he doesn't have to be the do-all, end-all. He just...
Man, we pay you all this money. Go in there, get 12 to 15 carries, get your 101, and take your pads off and sit down. That's it.
Yeah, but they pay him to get a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike's right. You're being paid to go get us a fucking championship. So in a way, I don't care about your record.
So what happens if they lose in the wild card? Then what?
Then that's Nick Sirianni's probably fired.
But you can't blame it on not having Barkley, though, if you lose in the wild card.
That's fair. You lost with your best team out there. And as a fan, you can live with that. At least I could. Not a guy switching up a man-to-man defense all year to his own. I can't live with that. Like Dan Quinn.
Yeah. So imagine having Kenneth Gainwell as your number one back going into the wild card round because he came up, Saquon came up lame with a hammy. It doesn't even have to be an ACL. It could be just a lingering injury that makes him not Saquon Barkley.
And he is in his 8th year, so it can happen.
What's up with Jalen Hurts? Is he okay? What's going on? I haven't heard anything.
I think he'll be fine for the playoffs. Yeah, it's just I think he probably could have played last week, but there is no point with all the seeding stuff picked up. It didn't fucking matter. Eagles still put up 41 points. All right. So the loser of this week's Lions-Viking game will be 14-3 and be a 5 seed. So I have to ask you guys, this has been talked about in every sport pretty much, even in baseball and stuff. This really came into fruition when the Seahawks, the Beastquake game, Seahawks were 7-9 and the Saints had to go to Seattle and lost. Mike, do you think the NFL will eventually, or should they switch their seeding system up that if you have if you have a worse record as a division winner, you don't get the home game? Are you okay with these 4 divisions getting the home games?
No, I agree with you. I think they should switch it up. I mean, you play, a 17-game season, and let's say you win 14 games, and like almost the same exact scenario. The Minnesota and Detroit. It's totally unfair for them to be the 5th seed if they lose the game. It's they worked their tail off. They've earned all those wins they have. They're obviously one of the better teams in the NFL. Why are we putting them as a 5 seed? You're losing a good matchup too. Like that Baltimore-Houston matchup is going to be terrible. It's going to be a horrible game to watch. I guarantee you the ratings on that TV game is going to be horrible.
Yeah, there'll be one person, Nas. He'll be watching.
2 people. I'll watch it.
I'm not going to watch that game. And then if you change that game to, let's say Baltimore versus who else is?
So how would you do it though? You do 1 through 7 in the conference. You just have 2 conferences, or you would give the better record the home team.
Well, no, you get your conference winners. They get the bye, and then after that, you just go by record.
Okay, so you get rid of divisions.
You keep conference. Yeah, you get rid of divisions when it comes to seeding. Yeah.
Okay, but you'd keep the 8 games and the 6 games division. Okay, sir, what do you think?
Well, leave it the way it is, man. Come on now, stop it. You act like this is the first time something like this happened. Come on. It's like in all sports, even with baseball. A lot of times, the second place team in a division will be so much better than a division winner, and yet they got to go on the road in the playoffs. So
yeah, my argument would be to keep it only because this shit goes in cycles, and usually right now it's the North in the NFC. 3 years from now, it might be the East who has this problem. So it's it'd be almost too tricky to switch it up. I wouldn't do the conferences. If anything, I would give the better record I would keep the 4 divisions, but if you don't have a better record gets the home game. That's the only thing I would even consider. Tim?
So, what you're saying is that you still have the 4 division winners automatically get in the playoffs. Then you take the 3 next best records. That's your 7 seeds. Then you redo 1 through 7 based on record. So you could have a division winner as a 7 seed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, so you could win your division, get a division championship, and have to go on the road.
Correct.
In the playoffs.
Yeah, if you're 7-10,
it don't matter. You won your division, though.
I understand.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I wouldn't mind if that was what they did.
You win your division, get a home game.
and like I said, I don't mind it staying the same, but I don't think that's that outrageous. Eventually, it might happen. Nas, what do you think?
I agree with Sir. I think like you win your division, you get awarded the playoff home game.
You didn't win the division because you're a good team, though.
It doesn't matter. You won your division.
You play who you got to play, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
You won your division. Doesn't matter.
So yeah, you play who you got to play, but you're losing all these games. It's like,
As long as you win the division, you get that home playoff. You get rewarded.
so you're pretty much saying if you go 5-10 or 5-11, you get a home playoff matchup. That's wild.
If you win your division, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when Mike puts it that way, it's hard to argue. I see both sides of it, though. I get it, but like, if your division consists of the 3-14 Panthers, 3-14 Saints, it's like, I don't know. Like, I kind of, but you're playing. So, like Nas, if the Patriots go 15-2 and the Jets go 16-1, I know it won't happen. Like, you're okay with them as a 5 seed going to play the 7-10 Chargers?
They won the division.
That's fair, because at the end of the day, Mike, the win on this Sunday night game, they have no one to blame but themselves because they should have won the game.
Yeah, you won the division.
But I kind of see your point on it. All right, well, we'll see. I think eventually in our lifetime it will change. They'll probably add another game, obviously, in a few years. All right, last topic before we get to our picks. Black Monday is Monday. That's when coaches get fired. So this is the final coach carousel roundup we're going to do of the year. I'm going to name teams. You're going to tell me if on Monday they will have a head coach or the coach will be fired. Sir, I'm going to start with you because he's been hanging on for a while now. The Jaguars and Doug Peterson. Is he there on Monday?
In the beginning of the season, I was like, I think you go hang on. But now, fam, I think you got to see the door, bro. I think he's out of there.
I kind of feel like he would have been gone already. I'm going to go on a limb and say Doug Peterson's staying. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. Tim.
I think he stays too.
Damn. Nas.
I think he stays.
Wow, Mike.
No, I think he's gone.
Yeah,
We don't have Trevor Lawrence.
but they've been bad, man. That's crazy how we have a 3-2 yes on the Jaguars keeping their head coach. All right, here's a weird one, and I've heard some rumblings, man. Nas, I'll start with you, the Patriots.
I've seen that too. I think he stays.
Mike.
This question is a little tricky because if we're talking about Monday, so he's going to get fired Monday. No, he doesn't get fired Monday. I think they need more time to think about it.
Well, do you think he's gone though? Ultimately, before this draft?
I don't think so. No,
I agree. I think they'll keep him, but it is interesting. Tim.
They're keeping him.
Nas. Or sorry, sir.
No, I think he's staying.
What coach gets fired after 1 year? Everybody in the building knew we were going to be shit. That's not a surprise.
It's just a question, man. Don't get mad at me. All right, here's one for you because this owner's kind of nuts and he's done crazier things, and it's been 2 years in a row where they've kind of like blown bad games. Mike, I'll start with you, the Colts.
Nah, I mean, no matter who you get for a coach in that team's always going to struggle because of the owner. And Ballard, the GM. I mean, Ballard's decent. It's the owner is a head case, and just the culture, comes from the top and to the bottom. So I don't think changing the coach is gonna bring a bad culture. So I think he stays.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I think he stays.
Tim.
Staying.
Nas.
Gone.
Wow. All right. I ultimately think he'll stay. He'll get one more year, but all right. All right, here's another one after 1 year. Nas, the Raiders.
He's staying.
All right, Mike.
Raiders?
Yeah.
Gone.
He's gone. Okay, sir.
Man, you got to keep it, but you got to get a quarterback, bro. You be trying out Ian O'Connell and all these bums. Man, get you a quarterback, and then let's see what happens.
I think he's God, this to me is the toughest one on here. I'm gonna say he stays, but it wouldn't shock me. It really wouldn't. Tim.
He stays, but he gets fired next year.
Okay.
I like that.
All right, my Dallas Cowboys.
You answer this first.
I think he's gone. I do. And it might be they part ways to where McCarthy just says, you know what, I'm not re-signing. And because there are other options out there. Ultimately, I think McCarthy will not be the Dallas Cowboys head coach next year. Tim.
He's staying as long as he wants to stay.
Wow. All right, Nas.
I agree with Tim. The same thing he said.
Mike.
Same.
Sir.
Hey man, originally I would have said I think he's gone, but the more I listen, the more I hear things, you might be stuck with him, old boy.
There could be worse coaches. I got to be fair. Like it's not like
he went 11 wins
right
4 straight years before this. So
it's more
Exactly.
I would like a young guy who's not like so stale in his ways. That's why I actually think McCarthy's a decent coach. It's just
so you need a new quarterback, is that what you're saying?
Sure. If you want to bring someone in and try something new, I'm okay with that. But I'm also okay with Dak being the quarterback. I think like it's kind of a win-win as a Cowboy fan. Do what you got to do, but at least we have our QB. All right, here's one. Tim, I'll start with you. The Giants. Brian Dable.
I personally would keep him.
I would let him go. Sir.
Clean house.
I'm with you, sir. Mike.
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of him.
Nas.
He'll stay.
Okay. Seems like we're all kind of like mixed here. I like this. All right. Now, Mike, I'll start with you because you've been on this train for a while. The Dolphins.
Oh, he's gone.
Sir.
Yeah, keep him around, man.
I think he'll stay because I don't think the owner cares that much. And that's why I think he'll stay. Tim.
They're saying the Geek Squad from Best Buy is going to give him a contract he can't refuse.
If they lose to the Jets,
Does he stay out of the playoffs?
He is fired. If they lose to the Jets, he's fired. I would not be surprised if that happened.
Well, by the time they play, though, that game could be meaningless.
That's true. But still, got to beat the Jets.
Nah.
Yeah. He's staying. He'll stay another year. He might get fired next year, but he'll stay this.
Last team, and then we'll get their picks. The Browns. Nas.
Who is it? Isn't it Kevin?
Yeah.
Fancy.
He's gone.
I think so as well. Tim.
Put a house and probably get a quarterback.
I believe he's gone too.
Mike.
Man, he's a great coach. If they do fire him, but I do think my gut tells me they will.
Sir.
Man, fire whoever gave Deshaun Watson that contract. First of all.
Offensive coordinator.
Didn't he just rework his contract?
Yeah, he did. I know. Yeah, but still, get rid of him, bro. Like they look better without him. You know what I'm saying?
True.
When Joe Flacco last year, they looked pretty good, and with with Jameis, they looked all right. I mean, with DTR, not so much, but like.
All right, let's get their picks here. For the first time all year, Mike is not in first place win percentage-wise. Nas with a 32-23-1 record with a win percentage of 57.14. Mike 31-22-3 with a win percentage of 55.34. So literally this is going to come down to the wire. Sir and me at 26-29-1 with a chance to break 500, which would be impressive considering we were 10 games under at once. And Tim with a modest 13-13 record. So we're going to start from the top down here because that's what people want. And they didn't want Mike and Nas to kind of, pick the same one. So Nas, you go first. You are, so you go first.
Rigged.
All right, so my first pick is give me Detroit -2.5 at home. Sunday night, the cameras are out, stars are there, Eminem's in the front row. Jared Goff is gonna play the game of his life.
Okay.
My second pick, I don't usually do this, but it's time for it. Give me the Cleveland Browns +17.5. I think that number is too big. And I really think the Ravens are going to win this game, but not by that much. And they're just trying to get in and get out.
Wait, is it 17? Because I thought I saw 20.
20, yeah.
Oh, it must have jumped. If it jumped, then give me that whatever number it is.
Yeah, you're right. I have it. Jump to 20. Mine, so +20.
Yeah, give me that.
Yes, that's a crazy spread.
They're just trying to win and play the Chargers next following week.
Right.
And my last pick
Did he freeze? Nas froze.
For all the marbles, he's getting nervous with his last pick.
He's like Lamar in the playoffs, getting nervous.
Cincinnati minus 1.5. I just think Joe Burrow will be in the playoffs first week.
Gotcha. All right, Mike. Combat him here. What do you got? This is it.
Yeah, I can't combat him on one of them. I do think Cincinnati's going to win. I picked Cincinnati minus 1.5 too. My other one is minus 6.5 Seahawks. They have a lot to play for, and they have a lot more incentives. Like I was looking at the amount of incentives players on that team has. I think they're going to play their ass off. And I think the Seahawks aren't starting Stafford, if I'm not mistaken.
The Rams.
I'm sorry, the Rams.
But isn't that division still up for grabs, or no? Am I wrong? The Rams, the Rams clinch, yes.
I saw did I see someone they're playing Jimmy G? Jimmy Garoppolo, sorry.
Maybe. All right, so
Jimmy G, baby.
Yeah. Who else you got? Last pick of the year.
Last pick, I'm going to go with my boy, Jaden Daniels, minus 6 against the Cowboys. What's the name of the coach of the Redskins?
Quinn.
Dan Quinn said that they're going to play all the stars the whole game. This game means a lot to them. I don't think they want to face the Eagles, so they're going to try to win this game to avoid the Eagles in the first round. I think they cover minus 6.
Dallas did beat them in Washington earlier this year. We'll see. All right, I'll go next. First game, I'm going up against Nas. Give me Baltimore minus 20. I know that's a big number. What's 41-17? Like, really? Like, that's not even a lot to me. Like, I think the Ravens are going to beat the living piss out of Cleveland this game.
See, now it's like...
beat the living piss out of them. Also, give me the Chiefs plus 10.5. Like we said, it's in their DNA. They don't get blown out. They don't blow teams out. I know it doesn't mean anything, but the players are going to play. I don't see the Broncos blowing them out. I mean, they go in, 27-17, and the Chiefs still covered the 10.5. Last game, I've been riding with this team to get the overs. Tampa Bay, New Orleans, over 43.5. I mean, the fucking Bucks have been scoring. They've been put that up themselves. So give me Tampa Bay, New Orleans, over 43.5. Sir.
All right, so this is a good little carryover. You said the Bucks might put up 44 by themselves. Give me the Bucks minus 13.5 then. You know what I'm saying? Bucks need to win this game to win the division. If they lose and Atlanta wins, Atlanta gets the division. So, and Mike Evans is probably going to play out of his mind because he needs to get that paper. Next game, give me Washington, Dallas. Give me over 44. These two teams combined for 60. Janis has been balling. Cooper Rush hasn't looked that bad. You know what I'm saying? So, give me over 44. And then the third one, it's a high number, but give me over 56.5. Minnesota, Detroit. Detroit averages 36 at home. They combine for 60 in week 7. This is going to be a good game on Sunday night. So, give me over 56.5.
Tim, what do you got?
I share games with all 4 of you, so I don't know if that's good or bad because I'm 50-50 here, but I have Tampa Bay. I had them at minus 14. If you give them to me at 13.5, good for me. They just beat... sorry. It's a must-win game. They just won by 15. The Saints just lost by 15 to the Raiders, and the Raiders are ass. Tampa Bay is much better than that. I have Cincinnati minus 2 against Pittsburgh. Burrow is going to make an MVP statement to lead his team into the playoffs and make some very angry fans here.
What was it?
And then since I had a minus 2,
I'll give you 1.5.
Even better. You guys got some good spreads. I got to use whatever cheating service you guys use. And last, Kansas City plus 10.5. I'm not going to repeat what Scott said, but Andy Reid's a good coach.
All right. Yeah, agreed. All right, that's our final picks of the year. Let's see how it plays out. Oh, man, I'm getting nervous here. Fantasy sleeper, I'll start. I'm going to go, since the Chiefs, I'm going to go with the running back, Carson Steele, 4,700. The white guy who, has a crocodile or some shit like that. So give me that guy, 4,700. Tim.
Give me MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, for 4K. I think I already needs, a touchdown for, 250K as a bonus. So, for 4K, you could do way worse.
Sir.
Listen, we're talking about player incentives. This guy could make a lot of paper. Give me Geno Smith, 5,500. If Seattle wins, he gets a $2 million bonus. If he throws for 186 yards, he gets another $2 million bonus. He already threw for 360 and 3 against them. He did have 3 picks, but whatever. We're nitpicking here. But yeah, and the Rams are going to play their backups. Geno about to go off. So,
Mike, who you got?
I was going to go with Geno, so go to the next guy because I need to pick another guy.
You could go, Gino. Both get thumbs up, thumbs down next week. It's fine.
I don't like picking the same person as someone else.
See, smart guy, Mike.
Give me, fuck it. Give me Mitchell Trubisky against New England.
Money Mitch.
Same price, 5,500.
Okay. Nas, who you got?
Give me Jacoby Myers from the Raiders. I think he has like a pretty big bonus incentive. So I think he needs like 70 yards and a touchdown for a couple thousand.
All right, fair enough. Now we'll get to our thumbs up, thumbs down segment. We all did great last week, by the way, except for Tim. But my guy, Jalen McMillan, just had like 24 points, went off, but everyone else did pretty well. So I'll take it. My thumbs up is actually going to be the backup quarterbacks: Mitch Trubisky, Drew Lock, Kenny Pickett, Tanner McKee. They lit it up. I'm sure I'm missing a couple, but they had great fucking games, and Drew Lock especially by having 5 touchdowns, which is wild. My thumbs down. I think Tim will be with me. The Denver Broncos not going for 2 on Saturday night to get themselves into the fucking playoffs. Why? Like, was it Saturday night? My days are all fucked up. I think
it was Saturday.
What are you doing? Wait, you're on the road. It's Cincinnati. A 2-point conversion gets you in the playoffs. You stamp your fucking mark, and you don't go for 2 when Bo Nix wanted to go for 2. You still have this week to play for. You lost anyway. Go for 2 there. Don't even make it come down to the Chiefs beating you. That's my thumbs down. The Broncos, another mistake where they should have went for 2. Right, Tim?
Correct.
Thank you. All right. All right, everybody. Happy New Year. We'll see you next week when the playoffs kick off. It's been a hell of a year, hell of a ride. Good luck to Nas and Mike. Who will take first place?